Hello, this is Veronica Hodges, your instructor for your coding course. I would like to just talk to you briefly about some of the coding tips to assist you with selecting the appropriate code as it pertains to CPT in the surgery section. Number one, you want to always review the symbols that are located at the bottom of each page of your CPT manual. You will find that you will find symbols for moderate sedation, add-on codes, FDA approval, and so forth. Just review those symbols and familiarize yourself with that. Also, each procedure or service is identified by a 5-digit code for CPT. Also, each code selection is based on documentation, and in your case, the assignment question or the test question. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about CPT code selection. So, in order to select the appropriate code, please follow the steps listed here. Step 1, you want to review the procedure or service listed in the written documentation, or in your case here again, the test question or the assignment. But in the real world, the documentation will come from an operative report, a procedure note, a radiology report, a lab report, and things of that nature. But for now, I need for you to really look at your questions and your assignments, review the questions and on your test so that you can know what service or procedure is listed in that particular question. Once you review that, you want to reference the alphabetical index located in the back of the CPT manual. You want to reference that and identify the main term. Okay, so once you've identified the main term, you will look the main term up in the alphabetical index. So you ask yourself, what is the main term? The main term can be located by referring to the procedure or service. Let's say hysterectomy, for example. It's a procedure or service. The organ or anatomical site, the condition documented in the record or the condition documented in the assignment, the substance being tested, synonym, these are terms that have similar meanings, abbreviations, or the eponym. And the eponym are procedures or diagnosis, and procedures in our case, since we are in procedural coding, that derive from a person's name. So just remember, you have to identify the main term to look it up in the alphabetic index. In order to do so, you have to understand what a main term is. So if you forget, please refer back to this video and review the main term. Then you're going to review coding guidelines, locate the subterms, and follow cross references. So in other words, pretty much when you look up the code, the code in the actual section, you need to make sure you review it and review the coding guidelines too. You're going to review the description for the service provided, and then assign the appropriate code along with an add-on code if applicable. Okay, so let's walk you through one example so that you can kind of familiarize yourself with the steps. So the question here is, what is the code for a total abdominal hysterectomy with removal of tubes without removal of ovaries? Number one, what is this question asking you? So the procedure here is hysterectomy. That's a procedure. So we would look up hysterectomy. What it's telling you here, once you look up the term hysterectomy, the type of hysterectomy that's being done is a total abdominal hysterectomy. So once you've identified hysterectomy here, it's going to give you a code or a list of codes in the alphabetic index. You will then reference the code, review the description, and select the code. So of course, what is the main term again? Hysterectomy. Okay, so because we know what the main term is, we have identified that, we have selected the code, we have reviewed the guidelines, selected the code, and your code is 581 4150. Total abdominal hysterectomy. Make sure you read the whole description. With or without removal of tubes, with or without removal of ovary or ovaries. So there it is. I would like for you to review this video again. Review the steps on how to select a code. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via phone or email. Thanks and have a great day.